I can feel the excitement in the crowd. I am Gareth Wheeler, and I'm going to be one of the play-by-play voices of Raptors 905 for this season, and it's an absolute privilege to welcome you out to Mississauga today and the Hershey Sports Complex for where a lot of hard work has been going on behind the scenes and will continue to play out before our eyes in the coming months. This really is today the true birth of Raptors 905. This franchise came into existence 4 months ago. Now the team has a logo, they have a staff, and they have a team, some of the players who you will meet today. Of course, Raptors 905 is the NBA D-League affiliate of the Toronto Raptors, where basketball is expanding from the 416 to across the GTA. And being a guy who grew up in and around this city, this is really what it's all about: expanding basketball, expanding the love for the game, and giving more professional opportunities to Canadian players and other players with the means to grow the Toronto Raptors in basketball across this country. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce two people who have worked so hard over the last 4 months to put this team and put this group together. As I mentioned, some of the players who you will meet today. I want to welcome the general manager of Raptors 905, Dan Tolzman, and the head coach, Jesse Mermuys. I like the golf shirts, looking sharp, gentlemen. Welcome, and we'll have a chance to chat with these two gentlemen, pick their brains in a few moments' time. But first, we have a special team announcement thanks to our partners with the Bank of Montreal and BMO. At this time, I'd like to call upon Regional Vice President of BMO, Rosemary Torelli, to help kick off Media Day with a special team announcement.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here for the jersey launch of Raptors 905. BMO is proud to be the official bank of Toronto Raptors, as well as the founding partners of the Raptors 905. It's another example of long-standing commitment to sports and communities across Canada. We're particularly excited to begin a partnership with Raptors 905, which is an important part of a wider support for grassroots basketball. Consider that 4 million Canadians play the game, and nearly 1 in 2 of them aged from 12 to 17. With that kind of enthusiasm for basketball across the country, we absolutely want to be a part of it. We can't wait to see many of those young players coming to Raptors 905 as young fans to cheer on the team. Maybe one day they'll get their own chance to be a part of the Raptors 905 and even part of the Raptors. Thanks for being here today, and let's go Raptors this evening.
Thank you, Rosemary. How appropriate to be here today, 20 years after the first Raptors game, to experience and really be here to celebrate what's going to be in the inaugural season for Raptors 905. A lot of people are curious as to what the jerseys are going to look like. We're happy to tell you that Bank of Montreal and BMO are going to be prominent on the jersey as the sponsors for this year's Raptors 905 team. And to help us unveil the new jerseys for the inaugural season, which is proudly sponsored by BMO, please welcome guard Shannon Scott, in Canada, a local product, very own Sim Bhullar, up front to show off the new jerseys. Looking good, guys. They also double as male models, by the way, on the side. We're going to do a little bit of a Q&A up here, then you'll have a chance to meet some of the players and these gentlemen up front as well and have those conversations. And we might as well start off with Dan, the man who's helped build this team really from the ground up. Obviously, there's challenges in building a new team from the ground up. How has this process been for you? What have you looked for, and what can the fans expect when they see this team on the court?
It's been a lot of work. It's like you said, we started this only 4 months ago, and it seems like the time has flown. I mean, we started the conversations early with the league, and they were very good at actually like listening to us and believing that we could get this done for the next season. And from the time that they basically gave us the go-ahead, it's been, you know, full steam ahead. Just not only preparing trying to figure out the roster side of it, but also all the things behind the scenes, figuring out the staff, figuring out the arena, the practice facility, all that type of stuff. It's been a very busy summer, but the type of thing where we knew once we once we got everything going, we did it right the first time, everything would kind of just run smoothly from then on. So it's been a lot of fun.
Now, Dan, when building a D-League team, how much different is it to building a D-League team than an NBA team?
It's not much different. I think it's just a matter of for me, I'm doing a lot of the same stuff. Like I do all the scouting with the Raptors in mind, looking for the draft. And then this gives us an opportunity to really dig a little deeper and find the guys that may, they didn't get the right opportunity in college for whatever reason, to where they might not be drafted in the NBA draft, but then this is another route for them, and it's a chance for us to really, kind of find the guys that are like sleeper potential type things, and then get a look at them through, different things like summer league and training camp with us, and then the D League. It just kind of is one big way to just kind of keep building an umbrella of Raptors players.
It's a great way to put it, because everything is so close now with the Air Canada Centre and here the Hershey Centre being so close in proximity. So if there's going to be similarities, if there's going to be parallels between the Raptors and Raptors 905, are you building the team with certain characteristics in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we had a conversation with Coach Casey early in the process, and he was fully on board to really implement what we're doing with the main Raptors team here with 905, because the whole goal for this team is to easily assign our Raptors players and let them just kind of plug in and plug out and not miss a beat. Whether they're coming down, they don't miss a beat for Jesse. They can just quickly get the scouting report and go. And then when they come back to the Raptors, nothing's changed. And so the goal is to have everything just, as easy and symmetrical as possible for all the players, and then not just the assignees, but if someone gets called up from 905 up to the Raptors, it's the same thing. They should already know exactly what we're doing up there.
It's going to be very cool seeing this come to life. We're still in the early days of training camp. That means Jesse Mermuys, the head coach, is a very busy man. You've spent time, you've been around some coaching greats like Lute Olson, George Karl, Dwayne Casey, Kevin McHale. What have you taken from them that you're bringing to Raptors 905?
Man, that makes me feel fortunate. That's an impressive list. I think what I've tried to do, and I'm still early on in the process, the fact that I'm up here and this is going on is a new experience for me. It's obviously one of the reasons that attracted me to the opportunity, because it's all new experiences. And I think all those coaches I've worked for, they would tell me the same thing. I have great relationships with them, and even talking to Case still on, pretty frequently is, taking a little bit from everybody that, you try to capture what you think can work for you, but really trying to be yourself and trying to find who you are as a coach. And I'm trying to do that, and that's what's exciting about the opportunity is this is all new for us, but at the same time, we have a job to do, and we're going to work extremely hard to make it happen.
And it's not just that, you're dealing with a whole new roster of players. Your players are just meeting one another this week. How does that throw a curveball into the job that's ahead for you? And has anyone passed on any words of wisdom that you're really going to take with you along the way?
Well, that's kind of a microcosm of coaching in the D-League. It's a really unique opportunity because there is a lot of factors that are different from the NBA and a lot of inconsistencies, which make it a unique opportunity and make it unique challenges. And so from a Raptors standpoint and a Raptors 905 standpoint, we want to embrace all that and do the best we can to make it a mirror of the Raptors with all that's going on. If players are in or out or players are called up, as long as we can stick to the core of keeping it like the Raptors, and there's that synergistic that Dan spoke of, then we're doing our job.
And development is the key, right? Because you're dealing with a lot of young players. So what's going to be your focus in terms of the development of some of the young players that you have on your roster?
Well, I think as a coaching staff, we have to do a good job of making sure that we're developing these guys to be able to play at an NBA level with the Raptors. And so we want to specifically develop them on certain nuances offensively and defensively to where if they were to be playing for the Raptors, they could have success. And so it's not like we're trying to work on everything and not really getting anything done. We're trying to specifically develop them to be able to play for Coach Casey. If they get called up, he could put them in the game and feel confident that they can get a job done and they have a niche and they can play at an NBA level. And so we're going to do the best we can to make sure that these guys understand that, you know, they're trying to develop themselves as specialists to fit in with our parent team.
Very cool. It must be exciting hearing that, Sim and Shannon. I'm going to start with the big man, Shannon, because you always need to go to the big man first, right? So, Sim, you're back home. You spent a lot of your playing days away from the city of Toronto. You went to, was it Father Carr Secondary?
Yeah, Father Henry Carr.
Yeah, Father Henry Carr. So you're back home right now. How does that feel?
I mean, it's a blessing for me, and I was really surprised to get the opportunity to come back home and play. And at the same time, it gives me a chance to play in front of my family and friends and develop and play at a high level of basketball. I'm really honored to be here, and it's a blessing, truly.
When you grew up, did you envision something like this? Being here for you, you know, another outlet? Of course, you grew up with the Raptors, but this is a whole other tier, a whole other level.
Yeah, I mean, it's every kid's dream growing up, trying to play for their hometown and representing. I mean, it's a great honor for me to have the 905 on my chest and represent the whole city and the whole country.
So how are you feeling about your own development? You're still a very young man. What are you, 22 years old?
22.
22 years old. I mean, you had a taste of the NBA life last year.
Yeah.
Do you take that with you to Raptors 905?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you take what you learn from your old team and the experiences you had, and you try to bring them over here and teach some of the younger guys that are coming from college, and hopefully you can help them out along the process.
So we can expect a local Sim Bhullar fan club out at 905 games. Are you expecting that?
I mean, yeah, I'm expecting the local fans to come out and support our team. I mean, this is Mississauga's team, this is GTA's team, and this is all of Ontario's team. So I'm looking forward to everyone coming out.
Amazing. I'm a 905er as well, so this is something special for all of us from the 905. Shannon, your father played in the ABA, the NBA. I mean, he's probably been along by your side for this entire ride to get to this point in your career. Coming out of the Ohio State, I mean, how are you looking at this opportunity for you?
Yeah, it's just a great chance for me to get better on the court and off the court as well. I mean, I know nothing's going to go perfect for me, but my dad always told me to play hard. No matter what's going on, you can always play hard and just let everything happen after that.
Now, we saw some of you over the preseason. You were with the Toronto Raptors, traveling this country coast to coast to coast. You played games in Montreal. You were out in Vancouver. Did you understand or have you come to understand just how big basketball is here north of the border?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I heard about the Raptors having fans everywhere, but once we got to Vancouver, which is on the West Coast, I really saw the fan base out there, and I was really surprised about how many people just really show love for the team, and as well as Montreal and Ottawa.
Being with a lot of real good guards on the Raptors, DeRozan, Lowry, I mean, what do you take out of the preseason that you're going to bring with you to Raptors 905?
I mean, I was able to learn a lot from Kyle and Corey's game and DeLon as well. I mean, those three guards just showed me a lot on the court, how to read the defense, and a lot of little things that a lot of guys don't really know about.
So Shannon, is there anything else that people should know about you right now that you just want to get out there? Hey, I'm Shannon Scott. I'm introducing myself to the 905.
I mean, I think this whole 905 experience for all of us is going to be a great thing. I think the Raptor Nation is going to really support the team and really love us.
Awesome. We're really excited to see both of you in action. We want to remind you the first preseason game is against the Erie Bayhawks, and that goes this Sunday at the Hershey Center at 2 p.m. So we hope to see you all out for the first home preseason game, and the regular season gets underway with the first home game right here on November 18th against Maine. So we're looking forward to that. This ends the formal part of the press conference. We're going to have a photo opportunity for the cameras to get up, take a shot of these four gentlemen together. Then you'll be able to go around and speak to some of the players and these individuals up here and get to know them, pick their brains on the endeavor that's ahead, the Raptors 905 inaugural season. I wish you all the best of luck this season. We'll be seeing a lot of you out there.
Thank you.
And thank you all for coming out today.